Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. In this lesson, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of talking about playing while singing with the mandolin. And this is really kind of a two-edged exercise that helps you work on connecting sort of what's coming out of the instrument to maybe sounds that you hear in your head or notes that you're able to sing. If you're looking for more song or tune-based lessons or other techniques on the mandolin, check out my website mandolessons.com. I've got hundreds of free videos, all available to watch anytime, free. There's play-along tracks, there's tabs, there's standard notation, all kinds of advice on how to get going on playing the mandolin. There's a couple ways to donate, which is always appreciated. Helps me put out new lessons every week, but that's definitely not a necessity, and the lessons will always be free. So, one thing, this is just going to be a quick lesson today, just talking about some exercises that I like to use to warm up my voice, and to work on connecting sounds I make on the mandolin to notes I sing, or as often you'll have a song in your head, but you have trouble getting it out on the mandolin, and this sort of exercise can help. So maybe I'll use a D major scale, just kind of right out of, starting on the open D string. For those of you not familiar with this scale, it's open on the D string, 2 on the D string, 4 on the D string, 5, and then open A string, 2, 4, 5. And we'll just use that much of the scale, just 1 octave for now. And this will work better or worse depending on where your particular vocal range lies. But for me, it's kind of a nice middle ground. You should at least be able to get some of these notes. It may be an octave higher or lower, but just sing along where it feels comfortable to you. And if it really doesn't work, you can pause the video and maybe change to a different string and play maybe a G scale or an A scale and sing along with that. So, but starting with this D scale, it's probably familiar to you, if not in the fingering, just in the way that it sounds. It's the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do major scale. It's a great exercise to just hit the note and then sing that note at the same time. So starting with open, you don't need to say, you can say the note if you want, or you can just sing a tone. Da, and then next note, da, 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 da. So maybe play up and down and sing while you do that a couple times. Da, 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 and it's great. It helps a couple things all at once. It really helps as singing. I don't do a whole lot of singing, but I find that really helps me with my pitch and be able to sort of sing in tune, because the mandolin's going to be very in tune, assuming it's in tune to begin with. And singing along with that, you can sort of, your pitch might waver around, but as long as you can then hit that pitch. So maybe you go da, da, da. If you find yourself not on pitch, keep hitting that note until your voice really matches it. Da, 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 da. So it helps with maintaining good pitch in your voice. It also helps connect sort of the sound that's coming out of the instrument with the sound that your voice is making. So then the next step that I like to do is then play around with that scale a little bit. So rather than just going straight up and down, maybe you can go da, 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 ya, da, 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 dee, da, 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 da. And just play around and see if you can get, little made up melodies to come out of your fingers while you sing those notes. Ya dee 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 dum da 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 dum. And you can always, I'd say, start out by just playing consecutive notes in the scale, so you don't need to do too much jumping around. That'll be a little harder to sing. But once you're feeling comfortable doing da 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 da, things like that, then maybe start jumping around a little bit. Ya da 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 dum dee dum. Ya da 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 do de do dee dum. And again, you may not nail all of these notes perfect every time, but the more you do it, the better attuned you'll get to sort of knowing what's going to come out of your fingers and what's going to come out of your voice, and they can really start to complement each other. Ya dee da dee da 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 dee dee da dee da da bo dee da dee dum da dee dee da do da dee 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 da da do dee dum. And really making that connection is a great musical skill to work on. Once you're comfortable doing that, what you can do is start to mix up the scale a little bit. So rather than ya da da dum, you can try to do a little bit more minor, ya da 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 dum, that third fret on the D string, wa ba da da dum, versus ya da 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 dum, ya ba da da dum, ba da da dum, da 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 dum, ya da 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 dum, da dum dum dum. Or you can, if you want a real challenge, just try going chromatically up. Da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. It's a little harder for me. As you get more and more comfortable with this, you can just sort of get a little more free. And play around with it and see if you can either you start to really think of them as acting simultaneously, and see if you can kind of trick your voice or your fingers into playing something that you can't sing, or singing something that you can't play right off the bat, and then work on those. If I find something like, ooh, I'm having trouble doing this, ya da 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 dum, yum dum 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 dum, yum dum 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 dum. Start sort of playing harder and harder material and asking your voice to match that. Or, maybe sing yum dum 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 dum, yum dum 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 dum, and then find that on the instrument. Yum dum 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 dum. And you may make mistakes. Yum dum yum dum, yum da dum dum dum. And you have to move your fingers around and find that note you're singing. Ya da, ya ba da ba da da. It's just a fun little exercise. You do that for a couple minutes every time you pick up the instrument, and your voice to instrument connection will really, really benefit. And it's a nice skill to have, to sort of be able to sing what's coming out of the instrument and play what's coming out of your mouth. So I hope that's helpful, and hope to see you again next time. Check out mandolessons.com for a bunch of other lessons, all free to watch at any time. New lessons every week, every Thursday. So subscribe and keep on coming back. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.